50 Cent has been working on this documentary for almost 2 years. The footage he has is insane. The people he got speaking about Diddy is ridiculous. And on top of that, the only place he agrees to do the interview, Rob, if you can show this, he goes and interviews with ABC. And there's an Instagram post he put up, Rob. I don't know if you have that or not. If you go on his Instagram account, he goes and does the interview about Diddy's documentary on ABC. And they say the reason why he did it on ABC, it's that one right there, Rob, the one you had it on, is because ABC News Station is one of only few stations they're allowed to watch in prison.
Just trolling.
With that smile. So he wants Diddy to know the world is watching you and what you did. So in a documentary, there's a couple things I'll share with you guys on what I took away from it. But Rob, maybe share the clip on how he got access to some of the footage of the documentary. Is this the one, Rob?
Yep.
Go for it.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
Perhaps.
Combs' team firing back in a statement to NBC News, saying the Netflix so-called documentary is a shameful hit piece and that they relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. His team sending a cease and desist to Netflix.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean it's not true.
Of course.
But they relied on stolen footage, okay, is what they relied on. And then they ask about the history of 50 and him, issue that they've had. What's the one you just pulled up, Rob?
This is where they talk about the feud, and then I also have 50 Cent talking about Diddy's reaction to the documentary.
Yeah, that's so funny. That is so funny. But watch this one here. Go ahead, Rob.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
Yeah, I mean, so that's that part, right? The fact that the feud with the two of them, hey, let me take you shopping. Like, you say that to a girl, 50 is like, what are you talking about? Take me shopping. How do you have a flip of mind? You want to take me shopping? And then last but not least, Rob, the other clip you have of 50 is talking about how he thinks Diddy's going to like this documentary. Go ahead, Rob.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
She can't even hold it.
Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
Okay, have you seen it?
I saw the first 10 minutes, and I'm like, first of all, I swear to you, I had no idea it was 50s because the footage is very personal in the beginning where he's talking to his lawyer in a hotel room live. The person's recording it, and then across from him in the building, there's cops looking at the hotel room because I guess there was a warrant. Yeah, this is basically like that scene. But let me ask you a question, Pat. I don't want you to have to give it away for people that haven't seen it. What was one of the things that stuck out to you where you were like, oh, well,
I mean, listen,
God.
I'm going to say what I took away. You can go do whatever you want to do, and you still want to watch it. So,
okay.
Rob, can you pull up the characters that were in it? One of the guys was a guy that owned 25% of Bad Boy, okay? He owned 25% of Bad Boy. When he started Bad Boy, it was between two guys, okay? I think the guy's name is Kirk Burroughs, if I'm not mistaken. Can you type in Kirk Burroughs to see the face?
Glasses and the dreads?
Let me see if this is the one. Kirk Burroughs. Yeah, can you go to images to see if that's him,
Yeah,
Kirk
that's
Burroughs?
him.
Okay, so that's him.
Yeah.
He owned 25% of Bad Boy. When they started Bad Boy, he puts 25 under his name, 75 under his mother's name. Diddy does. So 75% of the company's under his mother's name, 25% under his name. One day he comes up to him, fully ready to take the sky out, says, you have to sign off the 25% to me. He says, I'm not going to do it. He says, you have to do it. He forces him to sign up and gives away the 25%. over to Diddy, okay? Gives away the 25% to Diddy. That's his.
Threatening his life?
He threatens his life, allegedly, to give up the 25%, which he ends up giving up to Diddy. And he says, I'm going to give it back to you. Never gives it back to him. And then later on, when he takes him to court to say, this is my 25%, the court says, no, you have mental issues. You're having challenges here. This is out of control. Boom. Diddy ends up keeping the 25%. Nothing ever happens. He never gets the 25% back. This is the guy that was doing all the deals, okay? But as you go through the story with him and the stories of the girls and what happened and how he became super famous was that basketball game in New York that he set up, that 9 people died, and he had to go in front of TV and explain the fact that I was trying to put together the greatest basketball game ever. It's called the City College Stampede. 9 kids died. Have you heard about the story?
No.
You've never heard about the story? Rob, can you just go online and type in this? This is how Diddy became famous.
What year was this?
This is Diddy's 19
90s?
years old. If you just type in the City College, this is 34 years ago, guys.
Wow.
Exactly 34 years ago. Go to a clip of it, Rob, if you can, just to show. Go to the cover of that page. Go to the cover of that. Look at that.
Oh, my God.
8 crushed to death and ends up becoming 9, by the way. Yeah, true story. But if you go and see if you can find a video, Rob, of what it looked like, if you type if you type in video, so everybody's coming to this game, all the major NBA, all the major rappers, everybody's, oh my God, it's going to be great, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And in that image right there, go to that image right there with Diddy, the middle one, that's him doing the press conference. He does the press conference on that day at 19-ish years old, boom, he becomes famous.
Wow.
And he creates that rumor reputation of he can put the biggest parties in the world and people show up, the biggest promoter. So that became a way where his image got bigger and bigger and bigger with this. And then when you continue, there's a part with what he didn't like is that Tupac and Biggie started getting very close because Tupac would allow Biggie to open for him. So you guys have to realize, I had Greg Kading on the show 10 years ago. Greg Kading is the guy that was the lead investigator of Tupac. He was in the documentary as well. He was investigating what happened to, he was investigating what happened to, and Rob, if you can pull up the podcast with he and I, and the way I did it on the board, and I put all the suspects of who it could have been. And then he gets the recording and shows with Keefe D. Keefe D is the guy that was the boss who Diddy allegedly offered $1 million. They said, I'll take $1 million to take both of them out. So, and he's saying the recording, he's saying it to the feds. So right here, if you zoom in on this list, Rob, can you zoom in on the list? Okay. So if you zoom in, you see the bottom 3 names. You see the bottom 3 names right there?
On the right?
By his right hand.
Tupac?
Right there. Yeah, that's Keefe D is right in the middle.
Okay.
The one to the left is the guy that stole one of the Death Row Records chains.
Oh.
Zoom in a little bit. You can't do it? Okay, it's all good. No worries. So the guy in the middle is the guy that's having a conversation who says, yeah, he offered us $1 million to take him out, Keefe D. And so they try to get the money. They're not able to kill both because he wanted them to kill both Suge and Pac.
In the car?
They only kill Pac, and they don't kill Suge. So allegedly, they got paid $500,000. The $500,000 was paid to the guy on the right, all the way to the right. You see the guy on the right?
Corey
He's the one allegedly that got the $500,000, and that money never went to Keefe D or anybody else. The guy on the left is the one that stole the
chain,
the chain, which was a Death Row Records chain. That's a way of saying I got your rapper's chain, because if you were one of the guys, Death Row. So long story short, this whole thing is in recording that he said this. So what does Diddy do? Rob, can you pull up this song? It's a song called Black Rob, featuring Mark Curry and Mario Winans. If you can just type in lyrics, okay? So he gets $1 million. Can you go to the lyrics? And Diddy's in the lyrics when he gets started. Go a little bit lower. Boom. Muscle.
You see it in this game?
Can you type in the word in there, Rob? Nice guy. Type Control F, nice guy. Okay, right there. Look at it. It's 1999. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Been nice too long. I'm just going to start making y'all
blank
disappear. man, first I'm going to take your records off the radio. Then I'm going to erase your social security number. Take your birth certificate out flies. I'm going to do your whole effing family. Ain't nothing but mercy. And then, by the way, in the lyrics, he says, I'll drop $1 million on your head to erase you. Can you type in, I'll drop $1 million, just put Control F. Just go to Google and type this out. I'll drop $1 million on your head. I'll drop $1 million on your head and just put Diddy next to it. Right there. See, it says Black Rob. What song came up?
Phrase.
I'll drop $1 million on your head. Erase you and your whole family, biatch.
Wow.
He's saying it in the song on what he did to get rid of Tupac.
What an idiot.
He's saying this like that is the level of criminality to say, I'm going to get away with it, right? One day I'm at an NBA game. This was 2 years ago, right before he got arrested. I had done like 3 videos on Diddy. He's at a game with one of his girls. He sees me. I see him. Listen, if there's a guy in the hip-hop world I cannot stand is this guy. I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. And then we're locked in. Vinny, when I tell you we're locked in eye to eye, 2 minutes.
And you're not breaking.
Neither one of us are breaking.
And
okay?
he's across the...
Look, you don't understand. To me, Tupac was as a young kid coming up, he played a very big role as
in your painting.
Yeah, he's
the most influential people in your life.
To me, that guy was so to me, you took this guy out. I investigated a lot of people based on the reports and things that we talked to a lot of different people. It always comes back to Diddy. And the more and more you put the stuff together, there's another story about what happened with Biggie. So same partner, that guy that's the 25% owner. So they said, okay, let's go to L.A. and let's do this tour in L.A. Biggie's like, there's videos of Biggie saying, man, I feel like something's about to happen. I feel like someone's going to take me out. He's supposed to go to L.A. And then right after L.A., he's supposed to go to U.K. for a tour. He's already got flight and everything booked. Diddy calls... what's the guy's name?
Edwards on the right? All the way on the right? Corey Edwards?
Corey Edwards. He calls him and he says, cancel his flight. So what do you mean cancel his flight? Cancel his flight. I'm not canceling his flight. He's going to New York. He's going to UK. Cancel his flight. So they cancel his flight. Biggie stays, and then he gets killed. And the rest is history.
Jeez.
And by the way, he uses that to come out and creates that song, Every Breath I... And Sting performs it, and he dances,
of course,
celebrating the death, and he's praying to Biggie, and he puts the biggest funeral together, and guess who pays for the funeral? He uses all the money from Biggie to pay for Biggie's funeral.
Jeez.
This guy's the biggest
scumbag
dirtbag out there in this space. Biggest dirtbag, and I'm so glad that, what's his name, did this, 50 Cent did this. And by the way, if you're thinking that he's going to take shots at Bieber and J-Lo and any of that, or Leonardo, nothing like that happens in this documentary. It's not that documentary. I think those guys were probably protected to not show what the Bieber thing is and what the other stuff is. But you really learn about this guy's character and the ties with the mom and who the mom was and beating him up, and the dad being a former mobster. And they used to say is that dad was a former FBI informant working with Frank Lucas. You know Frank Lucas from American Gangster? Apparently, Diddy's dad has ties to Frank Lucas. If you type in Diddy's dad, Frank Lucas, zoom in a little bit, Rob. Was an associate right there. Diddy's father, Melvin Earl Combs, Melvin was an associate of drug lord Frank Lucas. You know who Frank Lucas is? $275 million.
He was doing heroin and flying everything back and forth to Vietnam.
But allegedly, Diddy's dad was an FBI informant, is who he was.
Wow.
Okay, allegedly, Diddy's dad was an FBI informant. So, some people are saying maybe Diddy was protected all this time because maybe he was also an FBI informant. The guy said, every room you went into, he recorded everything. Every room you went into, he recorded everything. So listen, all in all, it's a great documentary to watch. If you're following, the only reason I follow the story is because I only one reason I watch a documentary is because I wanted to see what the ties were with Tupac, and there's a whole section that has to do with Tupac, a whole section tied to Tupac. Anyways,
where does this go from here? Because 50 had this footage. Somehow he got this footage.
Yeah.
What was Diddy charged with? Meaning, what was he found guilty
He's
of?
going to do 4 years and he's going to be free, which is.
So by the time there's another election, Diddy's going to be free?
And by the way, there's a whole section
Yep.
where they interview the jurors.
Okay.
The jurors sided with Diddy.
How do you mean?
You have to see what they're saying in the documentary.
They sided with
They
Diddy?
sided with Diddy.
In what capacity?
Because they felt bad for him. They're just
Felt
trying to
bad
take
for him.
advantage of him. They're trying to take money from a rich guy, and that's all this is. It is a conspiracy. He wouldn't do such a thing. The jurors were siding with Diddy, which it's a spectacle. By the way, the guy's going to get out and he's going to put a big party together, and people are going to go to the party. And
a lot of baby oil.
A lot of baby oil. By the way, there's a whole story with the baby oil.
What's the
In
story
there-
with the
in
baby
there?
oil?
Oh, Vinny, the guy.
I have to watch the whole thing
The
tonight.
guy who was the one that was hooking up with Cassie while he was watching.
Yeah.
And they're going at it.
I remember that guy.
He talks about the whole thing. And one time when Diddy was about to go to kill Kid Cudi because Cassie ran away to go hook up with Kid Cudi. He calls Cassie calls Diddy's assistant, whose mother used to be a cocaine addict, who died at a young age, and she had to take care of it. So she's like, I'm used to personalities like this. This is Diddy's assistant. She calls the assistant to say, I'm with Kid Cudi. He's like, listen, Diddy can cheat on you. You can't cheat on Diddy. And says, if he finds out he's going to kill you, well, guess who finds out? Diddy finds out. Diddy grabs a gun, says, we're going together, tells the girl, takes her to go to find Cassie because they're going to kill Cassie. Jeez. I mean, listen, Kid Cudi and Cassie was this 19-year-old coming up, attractive, drop-dead gorgeous, and he was all there's a whole part about Diddy where he wanted to hook up with his friends' girls. Whoever his friends' girls were with, he wanted to hook up with
What
them.
about his friends' boyfriends?
That comes
Did a lot
on
of gay
later on.
stuff too, no?
But you know what he does? He finds out who Suge Knight's side chick was in Atlanta. He gives her a $50,000 diamond ring to hook up with Suge Knight's because Suge was a boss of Death Row Records. And it's his way of saying, I have to get even with Suge.
Because
So
Suge went up
he
on
buys a $50,000 diamond ring or diamond necklace for this girl, whatever, there's a lot to it.
And that beat, that beat, because he went, remember, it was the Hip Hop Source Awards where Suge went on stage and was like,
course.
hey, man, if you don't want, your producers dancing all up in the
All
videos,
up in the
come to
videos,
Death Row.
of course.
Oh, they hated each other.
And then Diddy gets up on stage and he says, listen, I heard somebody says that if you don't want your, this to get in the videos, here's what I'm all about. I'm about all of us celebrating each other's successes, and I just want to give a shout out to all the winners tonight.
Yeah.
And then behind closed doors says, I got to take this guy out.
Taking them out. Wow.
What do you think was? I want to bring up some lyrics. What do you think was Diddy's motivation? Is it money? Is it power?
Evil.
Is it psychopathy? Is it Machiavellianism?
And envy, control, limelight. He has to be the face, and nobody can have it.
Rob Gorley, the bottom of the song?
Envy. He has to be the face. He has to be the limelight. Nobody can have it more than him.
And obviously, he's the reason that he became super, super, super famous. He was the producer for Biggie, and Biggie was numero uno.
Yep.
1 and 2, Tupac and Biggie.
And the guy who was partners with, the guy that brought him up, type in Diddy's first mentor. This is the guy that Diddy went and worked as his assistant at a young age that
What's
took
his
him
name?
in. Andre Harrell.
Who?
Andre Harrell takes him to the founder of Uptown Records.
yeah.
And you know what Andre Harrell does?
What does he do?
He fires him because he says, Diddy's getting out of control, disrespecting me. He fires Diddy and tells Diddy, you can leave and you can take only one client. And guess who he takes? The
Biggie?
only client he takes is, he says, you can take Biggie. Nobody else is coming with you. He allowed Diddy to leave with only Biggie, and that's when he starts Bad Boy, and he gives 25% to that guy and 75% to his mom.
Interesting.
This is the guy that mentored him. That's the guy everybody wanted to work for.
That's the 25% guy?
No, Andre Harrell
gotcha.
is the founder of Uptown Records, which everybody was under. He mentored Diddy. And he's a legend in the
Diddy
game.
became bigger than him.
If you know Andre Harrell, he's like a legit G
Yeah.
in this game.
Well, back to the Cassie thing. If you want to explore lyrics and be like, well, how literal are we going to take this? So you know the song that goes, last night, couldn't even get an answer. I tried to call.
One of my favorite beats.
So
Great
great
voice.
song,
Tell
Keisha
me
Cole.
what-
Yeah. At the end of the song, he's calling her through the whole video. I couldn't get an answer.
Yeah.
He leaves her a voicemail. Do you know what he says on the voicemail? Here it is
that?
right here. He goes, hey, what's up? I've been trying to reach you all night. This stuff ain't funny, not picking up my mother effing calls. You better stop playing with these mother feelings. You know how much I love you, right? And they gonna get a completed seconds though for a couple of seconds. Then I couldn't get in touch with you, and I'm ready to move on. And I'm gonna shoot the mother effer up, you Emma effing dumb B. So this is he's basically saying to his girl, yo, you don't pick up my call,
I'm gonna come
shoot up your house.
It's almost as if
I
he
don't know how
told
much
everybody.
literal we can take these words, but certainly when there's
You know
smoke, there's
what
fire.
it is. You know what it is. You know how comedians sometimes when they get caught, when they try to get extremely analytical with database, and then somebody catches them, somebody super brilliant,
I'm just
and
a
then they're
comedian.
like, I'm just a comedian.
Like Dave Smith?
And here, what rappers
Awesome.
can get away with is what? This is entertainment. It's just a song.
Of course.
This is not real. I don't mean this. It's entertainment. It's just rap. Tom, you look like you want to say something.
No, this
Speaking of
genre
gangsta
of
rap-
music is
No,
not
this
my
is your
lane.
specialty, yeah.
No. This
Yeah.
genre
Okay.
is not my lane, but it's really sad because you see it. You see it. The psychology of crime. You see it in so many other areas. The denial, the narcissism, and stuff like that. You know, Elizabeth Holmes had it and defrauded $100 million from investors, ended up in prison without like the violence and the foreshadowing and the tipping off through the lyrics. You see the psychology of people who, you know, they get on that rail and they're just that train, they're the head of the train and they're going here. Nothing can get in front of it. Nothing can distract it. People are tossed off that don't support it. And it's a psychology of crime.
You know who I want to hear from? Ray Dalio.
Yeah, because
You know
they
that
did
they
an
have a
interview
relationship.
together.
Ray Dalio
Yeah.
and Diddy. Ray Dalio was kind of a mentor
Yeah.
to Diddy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything illegal, 0%. I don't
Yeah.
know anything about that. He was a mentor of his because Combs and Dalio, they were at some award. It was alphabetical. Here they go, right here. The founder of Bridgewater Associates, one of the richest men in the world, hedge fund guy. Help him to advance his success to the next level. Would love to hear what Ray Dalio has to say on Diddy. Would love to hear it.
If you love Christmas as much as we do, Kai, we got 3 Christmas trees in the house. It's a spectacle. Every Christmas when, Thanksgiving ends, that following Friday, I have to carry this 10-foot tree that weighs 600 pounds, and the family waits for me to come through, and we get this big tree, we put it in there, and I go up the ladder, and I'm telling you right now, every year I'm getting closer to falling. Okay, I had it under control at 43, 44.
I saw the ladders.
At 47, Vinny, I am so high. I'm so high that if a little bit
It's over.
slips, I'm falling on my back. We're doing podcasts out of a wheelchair. I'm telling you right now.
Nobody's helping you?
And it's always like, can you put the star all the way up top? I'm like all the way trying to put this thing up. I think there's something going on. Like it's like an inside job. There's a story right there.
You have to do it yourself.
No. It's a blast. Obviously, everybody loves it, and Dylan loves decorating the tree. I hope for those of you guys that do as well. We love Christmas, and our Christmas merch is officially out. And the hat that we couldn't keep a single one of these. Guys were ordering 50 of these at a time. Rob, can you zoom in on that hat? This hat was such a massive hit last year. We sold 3,000 of them like this. They were gone, okay? And people were buying it as Christmas gifts for others, and then they were sending it to their clients, their friends. It says, Merry Christmas, future looks bright on the bottom and on the side with the VT logo. It's just a sick hat. We got a few hats. One of the hats sold out. This one that says Merry Christ Christmas.
Nice.
This one sold out. This one's gone. But you have the red one. You have the green one to choose from. And then that one as well, Rob. You have this one. This other one we have as well. If you want to go to this one, Rob, this Christmas on the bottom right. Yeah, right there. And then we have the Christmas. If you want to go and show Vinny our model. Folks, look at our models wearing their, and these come with a nice, look at this. Look at this. This is the
Santa.
That's the pajamas, right? The Merry Christmas
They're
pajamas.
so
The ugly
comfortable.
sweater, future looks bright.
They're so comfortable.
Super, super comfortable. Forget about the socks Vinny's wearing that made it in there. Those socks don't come with it.
No.
But they're modeling. They look like a beautiful family. So if you want your whole family to be wearing the pajamas, the Merry Christmas. We also got these sweaters here as well.
Max's
the
truck
ugly
is in
sweater.
there.
This is sick.
Look at that.
Go to vtmerch.com, place your order. And we decided for everybody that does it, we just order a few thousand of these. You're going to get the Valuetainment Merry Christmas ornament that we're going to give to you. End of Valuetainment Future Looks Bright, Santa Claus, Merry Christmas. With any order you place, go to vtmerch.com, place your order, and guess what? Kamala Harris doesn't want you to say Merry Christmas.
Yep.
And we don't mind saying it, okay? We don't mind saying it at all. Merry, Merry Christmas to you. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.